don't need to be here. Harry received the humiliation as security kicked him out of Paris Notre-Dame reopening ceremony. In a shocking turn of events that has left royal watchers stunned, Prince Harry was reportedly escorted out of the grand reopening of the iconic Notre-Dame Cathedral in Paris after a disagreement with security personnel. The incident, witnessed by several prominent figures in attendance, has sparked global controversy, with many pointing fingers at Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, for allegedly playing a role in the unfolding humiliation. Critics argue that Meghan's growing influence on Harry's actions and decisions has alienated him from traditional royal circles, leading to a series of public embarrassments and strained diplomatic relations. This latest episode in Paris is seen as yet another chapter in the tumultuous narrative of the Sussexes' post-royal life, with Meghan at the center of the storm. The Notre Dame reopening ceremony was meant to be a momentous occasion, marking the restoration of one of the world's most treasured landmarks after the devastating fire in 2019. Dignitaries, heads of state, and prominent cultural figures gathered to celebrate the culmination of years of painstaking restoration. Prince Harry, once a beloved global figure and representative of the British monarchy, reportedly arrived uninvited, raising eyebrows among attendees. Sources close to the event's organizers claim that Harry attempted to gain entry under the pretense of representing charitable interests, a move that was swiftly rebuffed by security officials. Eyewitnesses described the scene as awkward and uncomfortable, with the prince being escorted out as cameras captured the incident. The question on everyone's mind, however, is how and why such an embarrassing situation came to pass, and many believe the answer lies with Meghan Markle. Since stepping back from royal duties in 2020, Harry and Meghan have charted a new path, often described as a departure from the traditions and values of the British royal family. Critics argue that Meghan's influence on Harry has been a driving force behind this change, with some suggesting that her ambitions have overshadowed Harry's once steadfast commitment to public service. The Paris incident, they say, is emblematic of how far Harry has strayed from his former role, with Meghan allegedly encouraging him to adopt a more confrontational and self-promotional approach to public appearances. Multiple sources claim that Meghan had initially urged Harry to attend the Notre Dame ceremony as a way to reclaim the spotlight, amid waning public interest in the couple's activities. According to these reports, Meghan believed that Harry's presence at such a high-profile event would serve as a powerful statement, positioning him as an independent global figure unencumbered by royal protocol. However, critics argue that this strategy backfired spectacularly, with Harry's unannounced appearance being perceived as presumptuous and disrespectful. The fact that he was reportedly turned away by security only added to the humiliation, reinforcing the perception that the Sussexes are increasingly out of touch with the institutions and traditions they once represented. The fallout from the Paris incident has been swift and unforgiving. Social media platforms have been flooded with reactions, with many users expressing disappointment in Harry's actions and questioning Meghan's role in the debacle. Hashtags like #HarryHumiliated and #MeghanManipulation began trending within hours, highlighting the depth of public discontent. Even some of the couple's staunchest supporters have struggled to defend the incident, with many acknowledging that it reflects poorly on their brand. Prominent royal commentators have also weighed in, with some accusing Meghan of isolating Harry from his family and former allies. "This is not the Harry we knew," one commentator remarked during a televised panel discussion. "He was once a beloved figure who represented the best of the monarchy. Now, he seems lost, caught up in a whirlwind of bad advice and poor decisions. And unfortunately, Meghan appears to be at the center of it all." Others have pointed out that Harry's presence at the Notre Dame ceremony, without any formal invitation or official capacity, was a breach of diplomatic etiquette, a misstep that could have been avoided with better guidance and judgment. The Paris debacle is not the first time Meghan has been accused of steering Harry into controversial territory. Since their departure from royal duties, the couple has faced a series of public relations challenges, from their explosive Oprah Winfrey interview to their high-profile legal battles with the British press. While the Sussexes have defended their actions as necessary steps toward independence and self-determination, critics argue that Meghan's influence has often exacerbated tensions rather than alleviating them. For instance, Meghan's decision to speak openly about her grievances with the royal family during the Oprah interview was widely criticized as inflammatory, with some accusing her of airing private family matters for personal gain. Similarly, the couple's decision to sign multi-million-dollar deals with streaming giants like Netflix and Spotify has been seen by some as a departure from their stated commitment to humanitarian work, raising questions about their true priorities. The Paris incident, critics say, is yet another example of how Meghan's approach to public life has clashed with traditional expectations, creating unnecessary conflict and controversy. The Paris incident also highlights the growing rift between Harry and the royal family, a divide that many attribute to Meghan's influence. According to insiders, the royal family was reportedly dismayed by Harry's decision to attend the Notre-Dame ceremony without consulting Buckingham Palace. The move was seen as yet another example of Harry acting independently of royal protocol, a pattern that has caused significant strain in his relationships with senior royals, including his father, King Charles III, and his brother, Prince William. Critics argue that Meghan's role in this estrangement cannot be overlooked. Since their departure from royal duties, the Sussexes have repeatedly spoken out against the royal family, accusing them of racism, neglect, and a lack of support. While these claims have resonated with some, others see them as part of a broader strategy to distance Harry from his family and establish Meghan as a dominant force in their partnership. The Paris incident, they say, is a microcosm of this dynamic, with Meghan allegedly encouraging Harry to prioritize his personal brand over his royal heritage, a decision that has led to public embarrassment and strained diplomatic relations. As the dust settles from the Paris scandal, questions abound about what the future holds for Harry and Meghan. While their supporters argue that the couple is simply navigating the challenges of life outside the royal family, critics contend that their approach has been marked by a series of missteps and controversies that have eroded their credibility. The Notre Dame incident, they say, is a wake-up call, highlighting the need for the Sussexes to reassess their strategy and priorities. For Harry, the incident serves as a stark reminder of the challenges of navigating public life without the support and guidance of the royal family. For Meghan, it underscores the growing scrutiny of her influence on Harry's decisions and actions, a scrutiny that shows no signs of abating. Whether the couple can recover from this latest setback remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the Paris incident has added another layer of complexity to an already contentious narrative, ensuring that the spotlight on Harry and Meghan will remain as intense as ever. The events at the Notre Dame reopening ceremony have sparked a global conversation about the role of Meghan Markle in Prince Harry's life and the challenges they face as a couple navigating a new path. While some view the Paris incident as a minor misstep, others see it as a symbol of deeper issues within the Sussexes' approach to public life and their relationship with the royal family. As the world watches their next moves, one thing is certain: the story of Harry and Meghan continues to captivate and divide public opinion, with Meghan's influence at the heart of the controversy.